Am I good? I think I'm good. It's doing the thing. We should be live. Alright, there we go. We're gonna tweet this. And then we're gonna post this. And we should be good. I think people can... I'm gonna click the link and see if I can see it myself. Alright, if I can see it, then we're good. Okay, yeah, I can hear myself. I can see myself. Well, I can't see myself because I'm not showing my face because I don't have webcam. I really gotta save up and buy one. I probably could buy one like today, honestly. Like probably later, maybe tonight. I'll look into it. I don't know. But hi guys. This is my first time doing a YouTube live stream. I've never really streamed on YouTube before, ever. I don't think, maybe once or twice, like a really long time ago. Not that I would remember. Let me. Okay, there we go. I also think that that's just loud enough to hear. I don't know if it's too loud or not. You guys can go ahead and say something in the chat. On my end, it sounds perfectly fine. But yeah, I haven't really streamed on YouTube in a really long time, if I have streamed on YouTube. But hi guys, it's Friday. I just ate a ton of leftovers from Thanksgiving. I have so much food left. I woke up really early this morning. I've been waking up early again, which is good. Because that means I'll be more productive. Because usually in the morning, everybody else in my house is like working and out of the house. And that means quiet time. And it means that I can, do videos and edit stuff and actually be productive. Yeah, still no Trish. What's up, guys? By the way, in the chat, what's up, Sean? What's up, Otaku Studios? And what's up, Patrick? I think we'll be seeing Trish probably in like a couple more episodes. Because if I remember correctly, we have one more fight before Trish. We have Little Feet. And then after Little Feet with Narancia, we should be seeing Trish, because I'm pretty sure it's Little Feet first, and then Narancia comes back to the gang, and they all finally meet up with the old man and Trish. So we should be seeing Trish in probably like 2 or 3 more episodes, because we're on episode 8. So probably by like episode 10, 11 at the latest, I think is when we'll see Trish. And that's going to be cool. But yeah, today's episode, guys, that was really good. I had a great time watching today's episode, honestly. I know I always say in the reviews and stuff that I really enjoy how Little Feet is after Trish. Okay, yeah, I thought that it was before. And I know I always say the DP does like a really good job of exceeding my expectations with stuff in the anime and making things a lot better than they're supposed to be. But holy shit, dude, this episode is really good. So everybody that's familiar with my channel and stuff, like, you guys should know that Mista is my favorite character in part 5, hands down. And he's my top 5 favorite JoJo characters. So I was waiting for the Kraftwerk fight, because it's a really simple fight. It's just Mista shooting and shit, which is pretty much all he ever does in fights, honestly. But that's just because that's the way his stand works. But I was looking forward to this because I just wanted to see how it was going to look animated. I think that Sail is a pretty normal looking dude himself, but I think that his stand is sick, because part 5 to me has some of the coolest stand designs, at least in my opinion. And I think that Kraftwerk is a pretty cool looking stand, by the way. They called it Arts and Crafts in the subs. That was kind of funny. Nice little name change, honestly, from Kraftwerk. I think Arts and Crafts is pretty cool. But I was looking forward to this, and everything just looked great. I mean, this was probably like, and I always say this every single week, I always go, oh, this is like the best looking Vento Aureo episode, but that's just because they just keep going up and up in terms of consistency with quality, because it's like, you can have episodes that look really good, and then the next episode might not look as amazing as the last one, because, it's just consistency with animating. That stuff is hard. Like, animation is not an easy job. It's not an easy thing to do. But the episodes keep looking better and better, and I'm liking this, because that means that the further we get into the series, the better later fights are going to start looking. And it's so great. OST from part 4 is used again. Which OST? I couldn't recognize anything from part 4. What was nice, though, was the music that they started playing mid-fight with Mista and Sail on top of the truck, which, by the way, we should start talking about things from the start. So they start the episode off with Mista's backstory, and I like that they keep doing the backstories at the beginning of everybody's. Yeah. Go ahead and give me the link. Post it in the chat, or you can put it in like the Discord or something. But I do like that they're showing all the backstories like they always do, right at the beginning of the episode when we actually have like the end of the fight. So they've done that with Bruno. We've seen it with Giorno. We've seen it with Abaccio, and now Mista. So that means that the next ones will be Narancia, and we won't be seeing Fugos until Purple Haze, which is going to be a pretty long time until we get to Purple Haze. But when we do get to Purple Haze, it's going to be nice. What's up, Adam Plore? How you doing, man? But the Mista backstory stuff was really nice. Yeah, they'll probably show Fugos like way later. I'd hope so. I'd hope that they do in 3/4 of the episode. I was a bit bummed out. Okay. But yeah, Mista backstory, really good. Everything about it was just great. They really capture that whole, he's just this guy doing stuff, very carefree, just living and shit, you know, see him walking by, talking to people, talking to girls and stuff. And then them showing him just acting out on his own when he starts attacking the gangsters that we're gonna, you know, do some stuff I don't want to talk about, because YouTube is gonna demonetize me if I mention certain words. But they're trying to do some stuff to a person, and you know, Mista takes the guy out of the car, starts kicking his ass and stuff, and they start shooting at him. None of the bullets are hitting. Like, the way that this was just done, man, it was so good. I actually have a couple screenshots that should be going up. Yeah, there we go. I forgot to turn these on. It's just gonna like slideshow for stuff throughout the episode, some screenshots that I saved, you know, for the video and stuff like that, just to talk about it, and for the stream. But I do really enjoy everything about every aspect of every single episode. It's just so much fun, man. It's so much fun to sit down and watch this stuff. But the backstory was just like so well handled. They really show that whole carefree Mista doing carefree Mista things, and all of a sudden he's put into this really serious scenario and he's just reacting. Like, that's probably one of my favorite things about Mista, is he's kind of just like reacting to a lot of the stuff that's going on when it comes to his fights, and he's thinking you know, throughout stuff and planning ahead of time. But I do like, oh yeah, they didn't show like everything with the backstory. I do like that they're still like leaving out bits and pieces of his paranoia for 4. He's just been like occasionally being like, hey, you know, the number 4 sucks. Hear about this random story of this thing that happened when I was like 5 years old. You know, I do like that they're hinting at it, and he keeps mentioning it like in the episode when he has 4 bullets left fighting Sale, and he has like a whole little freak out for a couple of seconds. And he's talking to Sex Pistols, and Sex Pistols is all, you know, this is so unlucky, and this is a really bad scenario to be in and stuff. You only have 4 bullets left, but we're going to make it count. No, they didn't show anything after the credits. I don't know what it is with Crunchyroll and JoJo episodes for Vento Aureo. But I've been noticing that there's a couple episodes where they actually, like, after the credits play and stuff, after the ending, they'll show like this little slide with the butterfly, or not the butterfly, the beetle, or not the beetle, the ladybug. I'm getting bugs confused. Apparently I don't know which bugs are bugs. But they'll show the ladybug, and then it'll say the episode title for the next episode. Sometimes that's there on the episode on Crunchyroll, sometimes it's cut off. I have no idea why they're doing it like that. Maybe their like editors are just not realizing, excuse me, and there's just completely like slipping from them and they're not noticing it. I don't know how or why that is like that, because again, it's like some episodes they do have it, some episodes they don't. It's really weird. So like there will be episodes where they show it and it's like, then I know what's gonna happen next episode. Like I believe episode 5 had it, or episode 4 it was like enter the gang next episode, and it shows like the episode title, so you kind of get a gist of what's supposed to happen. I'd hope that they actually keep showing that, because it's nice for us that have already read Vento Aureo to be able to keep track really easily on what part is going to happen in the next episode, aside from just knowing the order of things. Just having it, you know, explicitly told, hey, this is happening next episode. So actually, yeah, wait, Trish should be next episode next week. because we're not having any breaks as far as I know between episodes. There hasn't been any breaks yet. It's been 8 weeks straight of episodes. By the way, that's a long time. And I know I talked about this in the review for the last set of episodes, for episodes 5 through 7, but like, it really is just crazy how much time has been going on and how much time has passed since the start of Vento Aureo. Like, I remember making my first episode review of Vento Aureo back in October. It's already almost December now. It's been like a whole month of episodes. It's actually, it feels like it's been longer because it's been going on since the beginning of October. So even though it's been like a month of episodes, it's just been like 8 episodes up to this point. Like, everything has just been, they've been breezing through. There's 39 episodes, so we have 31 episodes left of Vento Aureo. So the next 31 weeks, when is that gonna, the next 31 weeks is like what? I want to say we're in November. It should be like before the summer, maybe like by the end of the summer. I'm probably underestimating the time frame. I'm just like trying to think right now, because my time frame is like a little off. Most likely, yeah, Formaggio fight is going to be 2 episodes. Most fights will be, yeah, most of the fights are probably going to be like episode to 2 episodes. Just about like showing the whole entire thing with the way that the pacing has been going. And honestly, that's fine because part 5's fights are all really close to each other, since they're just trying to, you know, without spoiling anything for any anime onlys that might be watching this later on, or anybody that's in the chat right now that's an anime only, because, you know, I don't want to spoil things. For the way that part 5 is structured and it's written and stuff, and like the order of things, the sequence of everything, all the fights pretty much happen back to back because they're just constantly in movement. So just about every fight should be around 2 episodes. Maybe like the last couple episodes are going to be like 3 episodes. There might be a couple longer ones. What are people saying in the chat? Grateful Dead is going to be 3 episodes, I think. 12 chapters in the manga. End of December already is Grateful Dead, I think. End of December, early to mid-January should be Grateful Dead. And Grateful Dead probably could be 3 episodes. I could see that, because it is a longer fight. Most of the fights in the manga for Vento Aureo are about 8 chapters, with a couple exceptions. Like Grateful Dead is a longer fight. I believe that Seko's fight is one of the longer ones. I don't know why I'm forgetting his stand name right now. Green Day, there we go. I don't know how I forgot that for a second. The Green Day fight, I believe, is like a longer fight. So maybe like stuff like that will be like 3 episodes or 2.5 episodes, I want to say. When I say 2.5 episodes, I mean like 2 full episodes and like maybe the beginning portion of the next episode after that, and then like they continue and move on after that a little bit. So like maybe like the first like 5-6 minutes of that 3rd episode would be the end of one of the parts of the fight. Excuse me. I just had some soda and stuff, and I just ate, so you know, your boy burping a little bit. Got a can of Beepus. Not sponsored at all, by the way. They should sponsor me. Next 2 weeks is probably Formaggio. I've already counted. Estimately, King Crimson will be revealed on episode 20. We're on episode 8 right now. They have to go do a bunch of stuff. There's a couple fights. Yeah, it should be about episode 20 to 21, maybe 22, for King Crimson. Seko has Oasis, Chocolata has Green Day. Yeah, I get those guys confused sometimes. But they're sick-ass characters, dude. Seko and Chocolata are really cool. Yeah, you did spell Doppio right. I think it's 2 P's. Doppio's introduction is going to be sick. Doppio is really cool. I can't wait for Doppio. That's actually going to be really dope. No pun intended. Doppio being dope, and he sells dope because he's part of a gang that sells drugs. You know, I think Araki was onto something with that. You know, maybe he wanted people to go for that. That's a double entendre right there. Doppio, best boy. Yeah, Doppio's good. Doppio's really good. Doppio makes Diavolo a lot better of a character, but let's not talk about Diavolo too much right now, because I do want to talk more about this episode. So, Sale's voice actor, by the way, does anybody know who his voice actor is? It sounds familiar to me, and I want to say it's Rohan's voice, but I'm not sure. It kind of sounds similar to Rohan, and again, I'm not sure, but his voice, man, his voice is really good. The way he's like yelling at Mista and like, you know, being all cocky in the middle of the fight and stuff, because he let his guard down, like they always do. They always let their guard down and then end up getting their asses kicked by the crew. Guy who voiced the running guy from MHA. Are you talking about Ida? Is that Ida's voice actor? The glasses running guy. Yeah, if you're talking about Ida, I haven't seen My Hero in a really long time, so I don't remember the voice. I'll have to go listen to that after. If it's Ida's voice actor, then that's dope, man. They've been getting really good voices for this, which I did talk about a little bit before, but I've still kind of getting used to Mista's new voice because I'm used to the video game voice because I've been playing the games for a really long time. And like I imported Eyes of Heaven almost 3 years ago. It'll be once we hit January. Holy shit, dude, that's a long time. And I got All-Star Battle also like a really long time ago. And I've played a ton of Heritage, which has nothing to do with this, but I've just been playing the JoJo games for a long time. But I got so used to hearing the game voices. It's Uri if you watch TG, and Genos. Oh, Genos from One Punch Man. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. Yeah. Sale got a really good voice then. Sale got a really good voice. They've been going so hard with this, man. And that death screenshot is funny. I'm looking over at the screen and I'm seeing it. I put it in there because I actually saw it before the episode was out on Crunchyroll, which the episodes go up earlier now. They go up at 12 instead of 1 p.m. EST for me because I'm Eastern. And that's because of daylight savings. Thanks, daylight savings. We got an extra hour of sleep and we got JoJo earlier. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But they've been going so hard, dude. They've been going so hard. And getting the episodes earlier means that we'll probably be doing streams now every week for the episodes. Because honestly, the thing with me recording the reviews for these episodes is I either script part of it and bullet point, or I bullet point the entire thing and freehand it, which I do have bullet points for this also because I just got into the habit of bullet pointing. Whenever I want to review something and I'm watching something, I just write bullet points to remember what I want to talk about. Excuse me. So I've just been doing that. And the thing with streaming is like, one, there's the interaction with you guys, which is always really nice. I do like talking to the people that watch my videos because, you know, you guys are the ones watching the videos anyways. So I want to know what you guys think about. Excuse me. Oh my God, man. Soda. See, I would burp, but I don't want to be rude. But I do like interacting with you guys and, you know, hearing what you guys think about things, hearing what you guys think about the videos, like all the feedback and stuff. So I thought streaming and talking about this would be pretty cool. And so far I'm having fun. I think it's something that, you know, it'll be a little cool thing to do every week. And I do want to stream more, so maybe doing this will just get me into the habit of streaming. And again, I'm home alone, so I have the time to sit down and just, you know, do this. I have the free time to just go. And it's cool. It's cool. It's really fun. Pearl Jam causing all the burps. Dude, it's this can of Beepus. Not sponsored at all, by the way, but just, you know, just Beepus. Beepus. Normally I'm drinking water, but it was Thanksgiving, so we have soda. And I had this can right here. You know, I'm on my medi shit, drinking cans. I was gonna open the can to start the stream, but like, I got thirsty before starting the stream and just started drinking anyways for Maggio and Smash at the same day. Oh, you're right. Smash does come out. Beepus. Beepus is Pepsi. We call it Beepus. I'm honestly not sure why we call Pepsi Beepus, but we call it Beepus. And I've been calling it Beepus for so long. And they have Pepsi in JoJo. And they've shown Pepsi a couple times. And Coca-Cola. And I forget what they changed it to. They had to like change the logo and stuff, tamper with it for, you know, legal reasons. But Beepus is Beepus. It's really good. It's JoJo for Pepsi. I'm honestly not sure if the Beepus thing was just a JoJo thing. It's just Beepus, man. It's just Pepsi. That's really good. Oh, and while Sex Pistols is on screen, I did top 5 favorite stands a long time ago on the channel, and I might go back and do like an updated version of the video, because doing updated versions of old videos is always fun. Honestly, for me, I think it's a fun thing to do, because if there's something that I messed up on, or misinformation, or something that I didn't like, or I didn't enjoy the way that I said something or explained something, then going back and doing it over again It's pretty cool, and it's fun. So I might go back and do a top 5 favorite stands video. But in my top 5 favorite stands, I have Sex Pistols, and I've always thought Sex Pistols was cool, and I've always loved that the games give Sex Pistols all the personality that they have, because in the manga even, you know, just reading it and stuff, they're always drawn often, doing things, like you can see, I think it's like number 5 is like beating up number 3, all the other ones are working in tandem, you know, they all have their own personalities and stuff, because they're just little people, and I do love how the anime handles this. And I know I say that about literally everything ever in the anime, but that's probably just because I can't find another way to describe it other than just love and appreciation for all the hard work they go into it. Their voice is great. I'm not sure if it's the same voices that they use for Sex Pistols in the games and the anime. It might be different. I'm not sure. But they're great. I love how much personality they have. I love how animated they are. You know, they're just like moving and stuff, bouncing the bullets back and forth, talking with Mista, interacting with one each other. The way that they taunt Sail when they're like, oh, you know, you put your guard down when they shot the bullet inside of Sail's mouth. Like, the way that this fight ends is so sick. So Mista had shot Sail in the head at the beginning of the fight, but Sail's stand craft work allows him to stop objects with kinetic energy. Which is a really OP stand ability, by the way. I do want to make a video talking about Sail, and maybe I will now that we have anime footage and stuff. Because I've never spoken about Sail, really, aside from maybe like a really old video where I might have talked about Mista and his character and just talking about like different Mista fights. But Sail's actually pretty cool, and his stand ability is so good. And you would think that in like any other normal circumstance, if Mista didn't have a stand and Sail had a stand, Mista would not win by like, and not even in like any chance, like there wouldn't be any chance at all, because this whole ability of being able to just stop objects with kinetic energy from movement is really broken. Like, it's actually really strong. I have done a JoBro video, Sean. I did a JoBro video a long time ago. It should be up on the channel, and like, I don't know if it's in like a top 5 playlist or if I have it in just like a random like JoJo playlist, but I did do a video talking about the JoBros. And I've done videos talking about them like all separate. Like, I've done Mista videos, I've done Polnareff videos, and I've talked about Bruno, I've talked about Koichi. Actually, I think that's where I talked about it. Because I have a pseudo main character video where I'm talking about main characters that aren't actually the main characters. So I talked about like Polnareff, Bucciolati, Koichi, Gyro, who technically is the main character for the beginning of Steel Ball Run, and then it shifts to Johnny, but you guys get the gist. I have a video talking about them there. Yeah, Sail is a dumb user in the stand, is super good. He is definitely not dumb. Sail or Sale, I don't know. I'm pronouncing it Sail. Because I feel like they didn't say his name. I don't remember hearing his name at all in these last couple episodes. I've just been calling him Sail. And probably is Sale, because it's supposed to be like Italian. Sukiman Sail. I'm honestly not. I have no sure. Oh, Maximilian Sukiman. I don't know why I read Sukiman Sail. I forgot that was his name in the chat. Sail is Italian. Sail in Italian, Sale. Okay. What is this supposed to be, by the way? Like, what is his name supposed to mean in Italian? I've just been saying Sail. I know most of the names are like food and Italian word for salt. Oh, so it's supposed to be like sal. Okay. Okay, zucchero. Zucchero sounds like a zucchini. But zucchero being sugar, I kind of see it because I speak Spanish because I'm Hispanic. And in Spanish, azúcar is sugar. So that whole azúcar and then the zucchero, I don't know if you guys are like drawing the connection between that. But that's where it's familiar to me. And the same thing with you saying that Sail is supposed to be sal. Or he's supposed to be salt. Salt in Spanish is sal. So if it's pronounced like sal, or kind of like that, that makes more sense. And it also kind of makes sense with his character, because he was getting shot up a bunch of times by Mista, and he was getting salty as fuck. I don't know if that's like intentional, but that's kind of funny. He's over here losing his temper and stuff and getting angry at Mista for getting shot, which I don't blame him, because he's using craft work to stop the bullets from hitting anything vital or hitting his organs, but like, dude, he's still getting shot. Like, I've never been shot. I don't want to get shot. That's horrible. But getting shot definitely is top 2 worst things that could happen to you, and it's got to be the most painful shit ever. So he's still going in, like, experiencing all this pain because he's getting shot. You know, it's a fucking gun. But he's stopping the bullets inside his body before they hit anything that could, like, kill him or incapacitate him. So even though he got shot in the leg, he got shot in the fucking head. You know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Getting shot in the head and stopping the bullet in there. That's ridiculous. That's very ridiculous. But it's JoJo ridiculous. And his stand being as strong and cool it is, makes it dope. Is he brain dead? After the end of the fight, definitely, I don't think he can function anymore. He's pretty much as good as dead. Because what ends up happening, and I meant to talk about this earlier, but we started talking about more stuff. Talking about like salt and shit. I'm not sure where we where we started going into that conversation. Maybe from me pronouncing his name. But he's definitely got some sort of damage. Does he come back in feedback? I haven't looked at feedback in a long time. Purple Haze feedback is really good, by the way, guys. If you haven't looked at it, definitely go look at it. I haven't looked at it in a long time, so I don't remember anything from it, really. But getting shot in the head, and then the way that Mista defeats him is he shoots, or he doesn't shoot, he shoots his last bullet, and he tries to shoot him in the mouth, because he thought that he couldn't use craft work to stop the bullet from like, from like penetrating his mouth and stuff, because, you know, his mouth is just like his mouth. It's really vulnerable. It's nice and weak. But he still does it anyways because he can't do it, even though he's still bleeding, because he still got shot in the mouth. But what ends up happening is he tries to deflect the bullet back and shoot it at Mista, but Sex Pistols sit on the bullet and they bounce it back a bunch of times, and then he tries to defend himself with craft work, but Sex Pistols splits the bullet in 2, and Mista targets the head injury from before, the same wound, which is probably the smartest thing he could have done. Excuse me. And it's another reason why I think this fight is really impressive, and I'll talk about that shortly. Excuse me. Oh my god, this beepus, man. It's making me burp. I got gas. But I just find it really amazing, and I think it's a really good way to showcase how smart Mista is when it comes to fighting, and the fact that he shoots the split bullet back through the same head wound from the very beginning of the fight, just so that he can push the other bullet in further into his head and have it like crush his skull and damage him. And that's how Sale gets taken down. He gets taken off guard because he was so confident in him beating Mista after Mista was telling him, you know, after I shoot this bullet, I have no more bullets, and if that ends up happening, then you win. And Sale was so confident in this, and he banked so hard on it that he completely just disregarded any other bit of the situation going on, and he was all focused earlier on how 3 of the Sex Pistols had already deflected a bullet. He's like, oh, well, your stand can't do anything now. And it's like, no, my stand is right next to you, you fucking idiot. And then he dies. And this being Mista's first fight in the series, and like in the part, is great, because I think it shows off, one, that he really knows how to utilize his stand very well compared to most other people, because he's had his stand for a long time. See, this is what I like about the Vento Aureo crew, right? They've all had their stands for quite some time, and they've been in the gang for a while, so that means they've probably had a ton of stand battles and tons of experience using their stands up to this point when they're introduced to Giorno, and Giorno becomes part of the group and stuff. So this is just like a really good way of showcasing that Mista knows what he's doing. He's very comfortable with his stand. He has a great communication with his stand, which would only make things better, by the way, because communication is important when you're having, you know, fights and team fights and stuff like that. And because he talks to his stand, and he takes care of his stand so much, it would only make sense that their communication is great. And this fight just shows you that Mista's a genius. Like, I don't get how people could hate on Mista. I've seen people before call him bad. I've seen people before try to rag on him and say that all he does is shoot things. But he's the marksman, and they're in a gang. Like, they're part of a mafia, right? They're criminals. They're in a criminal organization. What do criminals use? They've got their hands, any big, hard, sharp objects like, you know, knives and like bats, metal pipes, whatever other thing they fucking use, a wrench or something, right? I don't know what mafia people use to go fight people, but they've got that and they've got guns. Mr. being the guy with the guns is great. Can we talk about that? Sex Pistols or 6 Bullets? 6 Bullets is great. He's got a fetus stand, so they listen to him. Yeah, I like that. That's one of the little details for it, because again, it adds a whole new layer of personality, to the whole like stand user thing. That's like a whole other level of woke. Mista's the only person that I remember who talks with their stand. In part 7, you have a character that talks to his stand pretty often. And Koichi talks to Echoes pretty often in part 3. He talks to Act 3 a couple times. It's very hard to hate Mista. I think that Mista's like one of the best characters in the whole series, and I've talked about that before. And we could sit down and talk about that for the next, I don't know how many hours, just talking about this episode, because this whole episode is centered around Mista, so it's the perfect opportunity to talk about my boy, talk about all his impressive shit and all the cool stuff he does. It's really great. But I do love this dynamic with Sex Pistols so much. It's so good. This first fight is such a good showcase of that. And I can't wait for some of the later fights with Mista, because again, you still see that he has really good communication with Sex Pistols, like especially even in Grateful Dead. When we get to that, it's going to be pretty cool, because Mista kind of gets himself into some sticky situations throughout that fight, but everything still works out in the end. And I think that him having that experience and having this connection with the stand is what really makes him stand out compared to some of the other characters in the series. That and being the first person in the group that's actually fighting that isn't Bruno, because Baccio doesn't fight with his stand really. Moody Blues isn't a combat stand, you know, it's just a stand for gathering intel and stuff, which is really great in their situation. And it's really good just in general. I think some people underrate how important Baccio is and how essential he is with Moody Blues, even though they don't do too much with him. And that's why I ended up making that one video where I said that Baccio was underrated and underused, and I felt like Baccio had more potential, because I initially kind of ignored Baccio also because of this. But going back and rereading part 5 twice to do more videos and talk about it and refresh my mind on things, I really realized that Baccio is very crucial to the crew, and he has like a really good stand. And I feel like it's a little underutilized. Like on number 5 is supposed to be Mista's most hated number, but he is the one who saves his ass the most. Is it number 5? Yeah, because this technically number 5 is like number 4. But he doesn't call it number 4 because, you know, bad luck, which I think is the funny thing. I talked about that also in a video talking about Mista. That was a long time ago. Thank you for bringing that up in the chat. That's a good point. I can't wait for the White Album fight. One of the coolest villain stands to be made, no pun intended. Yeah. White Album is one of my favorite fights. White Album is one of my favorite stands. Chacho is also one of my favorite characters. Like, Vento Aureo has so many good things in it. Vento Aureo has so many of my favorite different things and aspects of JoJo in it. And I know I've said that Vento Aureo is like a better part 3 before, and I'm gonna say it again. And some people have been like mad about me saying that, but I don't see how you could get mad at me for saying that, because part 5's structure is pretty similar to part 3's, with the whole villain of the week traveling to a destination to go fight the big bad, having really cool stand fights, you know, the casualties that happen, the relationships that happen. You have a crew of characters that just get closer as everything goes by. You know, they're just very similarly structured, and part 4 does have these aspects in it, of course. But part 4 is all slice of lifey, and it's a little different, and it's still villain of the week, because that's just the format for JoJo. It's a villain of the week-esque, you know, shonen series. But you guys get what I mean, right? When I say that part 5 is like a better part 3 in terms of how it's handled. I can't rewatch part 3, but I always rewatch 1, 2, and 4. I like part 3 a lot. I've rewatched part 3 and part 3 fights like so many times, and like gone back and read part 3. Like, part 3 is really good. I think that the people that hate on part 3 hate on it to either A, stand out and try to be cool or try to be different, or they're just trying to just hate on it because everybody else likes it. And I think that part 3 gets the justified amount of praise it deserves, because it's really good. It's the part that introduces stands. You have a really good main cast. Dio's back. Dio is very cool in part 3. Some people might say that Dio is cooler in part 3 than he is in part 1. I like Dio in part 1 a little more because I just rock with the whole vampire aesthetic a little more in part 1 than I did in part 3. Because in part 3, he's not really relying on doing vampire stuff all that often anymore. He still has his vampire aspects, of course, like when he turns Vanilla Ice into a vampire by cutting his head off. Or Vanilla Ice cuts his own head off, and then Dio gives him his blood. That's I don't understand how that works still. It just does that. Because it works. It's kind of like how in Naruto they can just rip their eyeballs out and then they have Sharingans. I don't get that either. It's really weird. But part 3 is really good. And even though it has those weird moments and those faults, I think that it stands out. And it standing out is important because it's one of the biggest parts in JoJo when it comes to like media and stuff like that. Everybody knows who Dio is. People know about the Jotaro Dio fight. People know about the world. You know, like there's so many like memes and stuff, and like as weird as it sounds, like any bit of exposure, right? Whether it's like through memes or like actual like stuff of it, like actual content for part 3, compared to just like jokes and shit posts. The jokes and shit posts help get things out, which is why I like making shit posts too. Because it's like even though I'm just making jokes and I'm memeing and I'm talking. And I'm just like having random things flash on screen. Like whenever I make a Vento Aureo shitpost, I feel good because I know that people that have never seen Vento Aureo or never seen JoJo might end up seeing that, and that'll draw their interest to it, even though it's in a really weird way. And not just being like, oh, somebody posted this cool scene or a cool fight from this anime. Let me go look at it. No, instead it's a fucking meme. But the memes help, okay? The memes help get things out there. So all the Vento Aureo memes, like. All the dance memes, there's probably so many people that have seen the dance meme from the last 2 episodes. What was it? Or last episode? No, not last episode. Or actually, was it last episode? Was the dance last week? Or was it the week before? No, it was last week because I was behind on episodes. And then I sat down and I watched all the episodes at once when the dance came out. And then I made the video talking about those a couple days ago. Okay. So all those dance memes helped put Vento Aureo out there. Which means more people are going to watch it, more people are going to go read it, more people are going to go start JoJo, and that's just dancing. What are they going to call Man in the Mirror? I don't know if Man in the Mirror has a localized name from the games or not. But they should just call him Mirror. Just nothing else. No, matter of fact, call Man in the Mirror Man. Call him Man. I have my issues with part 2, but honestly, the end was genius to start with part 3. Yeah, part 2's end with like showing Jotaro and stuff in the jail cell is really cool. Next episode is Lil Bomber versus Small Feet. Yeah. Aerosmith versus Little Feet. No, I think that's gonna be after. I'm pretty sure next episode is Trish. Yeah. They should call Man in the Mirror just Man. Hombre. Yeah. Hombre. Man. Was last seen with Giorno and the truck driver in the manga? I don't remember reading it in the manga. I don't remember that either. But I thought that was funny as fuck. Because the truck driver dropped off Mista. He was like, you know what? I'm done with this shit. You know, who does this guy think he is trying to boss me around? Who are these people? Whatever. I'm gonna just leave. And he's like, you know, next time you try that shit, I'm not having it. And then Giorno's like, hey, I need you to take me to the top of this island right now. And he's just like, what? And then Giorno punches the fucking dashboard of the car. And then he's like, yo, drive me there. And the guy's just like, what the fuck, man? And he just starts driving off with Giorno to go look for Mista, even though Mista just got there. I thought that was so funny. I don't remember that being in the manga, honestly. I feel like it's not. But I do like the inclusion of that. I think it's great. It's funny. It's nice to see Giorno just get all pissed and stuff and see that he's very serious about this and that he's worried about Mista, somebody that he's known for like 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. Oh, not that short of an amount of time. You guys know I'm just like, you know, memeing. It's been a couple hours, but point is he hasn't known him for that long, but he's already very worried about Mista. Trisha is one of the main characters, and they took 9 episodes to show up. I thought they will end this episode with Trish on the screen. That is true, but they've been keeping Trish out of things. Like, we hadn't seen Trish at all in the anime until the opening came out when episode 1 dropped. Or not episode 1, episode 2, because episode 1 doesn't have the opening or the ending. So it wasn't until then that we saw Trish at all, and I know why they're doing this. They're doing it to keep things kind of a secret, and not really a secret, but like a surprise, and to not give you too much. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with them not showing off Trish until like now. Because technically you're not supposed to know about her until you get to her. So it's fine that she's not included yet. And I am okay with her being shown off in like next episode or the episode after, whenever it is. It should be next episode. What's up, Corner? How you doing, man? And yeah, they didn't show all of Mista's backstory. They're leaving bits and parts out of it, and I'm assuming that they're going to show the rest when we get to White Album. That'll be really cool. I can't wait, but his backstory was still like really good in the anime. I still enjoyed watching it. I thought it was great. Am I the only one who hates the Pistols voice? I played the game and didn't mind, but the anime voice is just bugging me. No, dude, I love the way the Sex Pistols sounds. I talked about it a little bit earlier when I was talking about Sex Pistols and talking about the episode, but I'll just say it again. I think that they're really good, and it might just be me really liking the stand, but I do like the way their voices sounds. I think it fits. I don't know. They're like really playful, jittery all over the place, little bullet people. They've got these like these big yeehaw cowboy aesthetic to them, and how they ride the bullet and stuff. And when they see when they say yeehaw, when they throw the bullet around, stuff is funny. But I think they sound good. They're probably gonna show Mista's backstory at the White Album or the next episode. Could be next episode. So far, I enjoy Bachio's and Giorno's backstory more in the anime, not Mista's though. Yeah, Mista's will be really cool when they finish it. And they have everything included, which, by the way, this screenshot that's up right now on the screen of the green and purple Mista, that's one of my favorite color palettes. It's so good. It was so good. I always love the color palette swaps in JoJo, but that's one of my favorite ones. It was really great. I saw it immediately and I was like, yeah, I need to screenshot this, and I got a screenshot of it. It's really good. He looks like a watermelon. Watermelon Mista. Joker colorways are a mood. Yeah, he's got the society colorway, you know? He lives in a society. He has to kill people. And, oh my god, that's such a great aspect. The whole entire fight, Mista's like, yo, I don't want to kill this guy. Bruno told me not to kill him. But I might have killed him after, like, shooting him a couple times in the head. It was great. Trisha's going to take so long to get a stand, though. Yeah, we're not going to see Trisha's stand until BIG's fight. BIG's fight is a little over halfway into Vento Aureo, I want to say. So it's going to be a while. And again, I don't want to spoil anything for, you know, people that are anime only or people that might be watching this later when it gets posted and stuff, archived, till about episode 26, most likely. JoJo food when? I don't know. I'm going to make JoJo pancakes. I can't make pancakes at all, by the way. I know how to make pancakes, but I can't do pancake art. Somebody should make pancake art with JoJo characters, though. I love Part 5 because a lot of the beginning fights have stands with high stats and are really powerful compared to Part 4, where townsfolk and teens control stands. Yeah, Part 5's like big difference in tone is like very visible, and it's very out there from the moment you start the part. Because like they immediately are just like, hey, you want to know something? Everybody that's here is out to get you. You can die at any given moment, and if you don't fight to the death and do stuff like that, then you're gonna die. It's like you have to get rid of these people. They want to kill you. They're all gangsters and shit. Nobody's pulling strings. Nobody's pulling punches compared to, like, you know, normal people in the town, aside from like Kira and maybe Yukako when she was being really crazy for a couple episodes. But I don't think Yukako's on the same shit as any of the people that are in Passione. Everybody in Passione is just like on some other shit. And of course, you know, Kira's a whole serial killer. So, of course, Kira's gonna be the crazy one that's gonna go out of his way to kill people, because that's just what he does. He just gets off to killing people and getting their hands. He's weird. But he's a villain. He's a good villain. But Part 5 is just very different in tone right away. So everything is a fight to the death. If you're gonna get school prom in 6 months, should I get a Fugotai or a Kiratai? The Fugotai is good. It has like the berries on it. But the Kiratai is better. Kira versus Sail. Kira has... Here's my thing. If Kira does air bullets with Stray Cat, can Sail stop that? Because Sail's stopping objects, but he's not... Like, air bullets, like, it's a bullet of air, right? It's air. It's the force of air. And he's using kinetic energy and the kinetic force in objects to stop movement. And to use, like, movement and momentum and power and stuff like that. So, I don't know if he could stop the air. If he's capable of stopping the air bullets from damaging him, then he's 100% beating Kira. That's just my hypothesis on that, though. I'm not sure. I'd have to talk with the other guys about that, see what they think about it. Talk to Mehdi, talk to Caleb, talk to Julian and stuff. I should actually probably bring that up to Caleb. I think Caleb would really like the conversation because he's all into all the science aspects of things like that. If we were talking about the science aspects of that, I'm not sure how that would work because it's just kinetic energy. Like, kinetic energy isn't like anything. So I just wonder if he would be able to control the air. If he could use his stand, if he could use Craftwork against Stray Cat's air bullets, then he could definitely win. Can he stop the flow of blood from inside of your veins, though? I don't know if that would work the same way. Just like similar to how like the whole air thing works, I don't know if that would work the same way. And also, he would have to make contact with you because when he uses Craftwork, he's making contact with things. It's not like he can just like look at you and it's like, oh, you can't move anymore. Excuse me. He's already like made contact with things, or he's really close nearby. And that's how he can use the kinetic energy to control stuff. He's controlling the bullets. He had Mista's hand stuck to the truck. Mista couldn't move his hand off the truck. The truck driver couldn't move his foot from the pedal because he was just using the energy to just stop the movement and keep him there. But that's interesting because if he can do that and he can stop them from using their limbs just by using the like whole movement stop, then maybe he can do it in the same way. I've lived like, who was it that said the blood thing in the chat? Somebody mentioned like the whole blood thing. If he's stopping their like limbs and stuff from moving, I would assume that he could also do that. So yeah, Craftwork is like a lot more OP than people might think. Craftwork is really fucking strong. It's really strong. That's a really good stand. Shame that the user got bodied so quickly. Even though he's kind of a really good matchup against Mista, Mista's just smart. And that's what I like about the fight a lot too. You would think that Mista has all the odds against him. He has his unlucky number. He got shot by Sail. He was going to get shot again, and then he just completely turned everything around because he's smart. And Sail is a little dumb. And that's why he got shot in the head, and his eyes just bugged out, and he dropped because dead boy. But yeah, Sail's very strong. I think that he could beat Kira if he could beat the air bubbles, because everything else, Kira's making bombs with the coins and stuff like that, or by like touch. Actually, wait. Hold on. I forgot to talk about the whole bomb thing. Kira's bombs like completely just eradicate anything and leave absolutely no thing in trace. So, you know, like his bomb power is really strong. The destructive power of it is really strong. I'm gonna open up the wiki and see what Craftwork's destructive power is, because he's usually just like deflecting stuff back. Where's his stats page? Destructive power is A in speed, E in range, C in durability, precision and developmental potential are both E. Okay, so it has the speed and destructive power to, you know, match things. It's really strong. That I wasn't doubting, but I just wanted to look at it for like a comparison. Kira's bombs are so broken though. They're really broken. Kira's like very strong. He's one of the strongest characters in the series. At least it's like Killer Queen Bites the Dust is just like so good. And there's also the Bites the Dust aspect. If he just like figures out Sail's Craftwork stand ability, he can just Bites the Dust back and then you know, work around killing Sail really easily. But Sail also just has like really good ways against Kira and most stand users, honestly. Because if he's stopping the stand user from moving, like who's to say that Sail couldn't, you know, just like stop Mista completely? But it seemed like he couldn't focus on too many things at once, which is where it's like a little balanced and it gets like the handicap. Because it's like, oh, he's focusing on keeping Mista's hand stuck to the truck so that he can't reload his gun, even though he does it anyways because he's got bullets in his hat. Shout out to Mista for that, by the way. This man is always prepared to kill people. And then he kept the truck driver's foot going on the pedal. If you could stop a person's body completely, could they just fly away out of the earth? It's fucked up, but maybe the gravity of the earth is too strong. I'm not sure. Can't wait until Metallica fight where it's just a black screen. Yo, surprisingly, like the gore and stuff hasn't really been getting like censored too crazy. Like there's still like blackout stuff, but it's like you're seeing Sail get like shot up a bunch of times and like They even show like the screenshot that's up on screen right now. I know that's like the inside of his head, and it's not like they're showing like all the like detailed flesh and stuff, but like you can see all the blood right there on screen. You can see like the holes of him getting shot. It's not really like super blacked out, but Metallica's a lot crazier. Seeing like when Doppio sees into the future with Epitaph, and you see the you see him like with the scissors in his neck and stuff like that, and it's pretty dangerous. Really strong, by the way. Metallica's really strong. But when that happens, it's like really graphic. So maybe for something like that, they'll black out a lot of it. But I don't think it's gonna be that bad, or at least I hope not. And just the way that they've been handling the gore and stuff, the gore censorship now has been pretty cool. Like we saw Journo spit out Luca's fingers from his mouth, like episode 1 or episode 2, and all he did was black out the fingers. Mr. Suck will be more graphic. Metallica arc is just body horror. Yeah, Metallica's pretty body horror. Is the future set a Doppio thing or only a King Crimson thing? That's King Crimson. King Crimson has the Epitaph ability to look into the future. That's how he does that. Doppio mouth razors. Yeah, he spits out the razors. He has the scissors in his neck. Like a bunch of crazy stuff. Let me remind people that we're still streaming. Still streaming. Talking about the episode. Come through. Support is appreciated. Smiley face. By the way, guys, sharing out the stream and stuff like that is always appreciated. Sharing the videos is always appreciated. You know, it's nice. I could use the support. All you guys are great. Mr. Suck will be blacked out. Mandem is the best time stand. Mandem is really good. Mandem is really good. It's a very simple stand too. It's like Mandem's ability is just like so straightforward. It's like, oh, 6-second time rewind. You just do it, and that's it. Kamiya has missed a dub. I can't voice act for shit. I'm not a voice actor. But you know what? If they decided to be like, hey, you want to voice Mista? Fuck yeah, I'm doing it. I'm gonna learn how to voice characters really good. I'm gonna get very good at doing it, and then I'm gonna become a professional voice actor, and there you go. That's gonna be my career path in life. Being Mista. I can actually be IRL Mista. He kind of looks like me in the face a little bit. Low-key. This is a fight question, but if Star Platinum and Tusk were to fight, would Tusk Act 4 Infinite Nail Bullet still work and stop time? It worked against Diego. You gotta remember the whole Diego showing up, like, stuff was still going on, dude. He was still in movement. Making a special thing for the end of the year like last time. What did I do for New Year's last year? I actually don't remember. Remind me. It's been so long. I just forget these things because it's been like so long. I know I have a Christmas video. I'm gonna do Kami Miss again this year. I gotta start working on those videos because 12 days of Christmas, like 12 days of uploads back to back, with like having a bunch of stuff on screen and talking about different things, scripting different videos. Like I was doing Kami Miss when I did the very first one, which is technically the only finished one because I didn't finish it last year. Doing Kami Miss was like, excuse me, it was strenuous because I was up every day until really late working on the next Kami Miss, and I was uploading everything day by day. So when I finally got to that last day right before Christmas, on Christmas Eve, I felt so relieved. It was like I can take a break for like 3 or 4 days and not work on any videos whatsoever. I can relax, and it felt so good. So I'm gonna do it ahead of time this time. 12 days is really, dude, 12 days is, it's a lot. It really is a lot. Cause it's like making one video, right, can take, like, depending on what the video is, it can take a really long time to make just one video. Like, I've been working on this Stone Ocean video, and most of it has been me rewriting parts of the script because I'm like, I want to script this and then I want to freehand this part. That has been like a journey. I have to sit down and finish it and just be satisfied with something and get something done. Because if I'm the type of person that keeps going, and I will just like continue to redo things until I feel that they're right. Unfortunately, that's not all that great sometimes, especially when it comes to like YouTube and stuff, because it's like I can't just sit here and not upload for a really long time because I've been working so long on a video. Like, I've got to just finish the video and, you know, upload something, and still keep the quality up. Like, it's hard. So doing that for 12 days straight is OD. Do you think Italian dub for Golden Wind would benefit? I don't know. Anyone? I'm pretty sure the Vento Aureo manga is all out in like French and Italian. Like a good amount of the JoJo manga is like out in French, I believe, which is weird because we don't have a lot of it in English. We're getting it now in English, and they've been releasing the JoJoniums, and those have been helping a lot. But it is translated in a couple different languages and volumes, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know if Vento Aureo gets popular enough for, you know, something like that. Maybe they'll do it, because I know they're definitely gonna dub this after they dub Diamond is Unbreakable. Diamond is Unbreakable dub is still going on Toonami, I think. I haven't seen dub JoJo or JoJo on TV in a long time. I think last time I saw dub JoJo on Toonami was Jotaro versus Dio, and that was like a couple months ago. But it would be cool. It would be cool if they did an Italian dub for it. It's been a long time. Yeah, I think so, Sean. I think that they have it in French or Italian. It should be in one of those two. I'd be surprised if the Italian part wasn't translated in Italian. I'd be very surprised. It's also really hard to talk for a long amount of time. They streamed me for almost an hour. Thanks to everybody that's been here, by the way. Appreciate you guys, everybody talking in the chat and stuff. It's really nice. The Toonami thing. Yeah, it's been going on Toonami for a while, bro. They did parts 1 and 2 like a year ago. That's like the first like almost 30 episodes. And then they did Stardust Crusaders. Stardust Crusaders lasted a good amount of time. It was like about a year. And then Diamond is Unbreakable is still going, I'm pretty sure. Unless it's done. I don't know. Again, I haven't seen it in a long time. And I don't know if any of you guys watch it. But let me know. If it's still ongoing, then I guess it's still ongoing. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, honestly. If Diamond is Unbreakable is up. New episode this Saturday. Okay, so it is still going up. The dub level is like Caesar's garbage Italian accent. It's gonna reset the universe. Yeah, I don't know. I feel weird about the part 1 and 2 dub. I think the part 1 dub is like okay. Dio sounds amazing. The dub Dio is really fucking good. Like super good. Dub Dio is awesome. Jonathan sounds okay. I think Joseph and everybody else in part 2 sounds kind of weird. That's my verdict on that. And then part 3, I like the part 3 voices. I sat down with one of my Twitter mutuals a while ago because I saw her trashing the dub, and I'm like, you know what? I haven't listened to the dub. I want to listen to the dub. I want to see why we're being so harsh on it. So we sat down in Rabbit, and we watched like 9 or 10 episodes of Stardust Crusaders just to like hear all the different voices of the main characters. I like their voices. I think they're really good. We have, what is it? McCree Jotaro. It's really good. You're going to do JoJolion related topics. JoJolion is in a good state right now. I've talked about JoJolion a while, like a couple times and a while ago. A couple days ago, actually, on Twitter. And talking about how I really like where it's going. I might make another JoJolion video soon. My only reason for making less JoJolion videos as of recent and just in a while, one, Vento Aureo is out right now, so there's going to be a lot more, you know, content that's centric around Vento Aureo while it's ongoing, because of course I'm going to talk about the ongoing thing while it's ongoing. It's got everyone's interest in it right now. It's got my interest, has everybody else watching, everybody else tuning in, all the new people that are caught up now. They get to experience Vento Aureo for the first time. Of course, we're going to talk about it more than other things. But my thing with JoJolion is like, I don't know what it is, but it's like people finish Steel Ball Run, and I guess they're waiting for JoJolion to finish, which isn't going to be for another couple years. So I think that it's kind of weird that so many people are waiting so long to read it. I think that they should go read it instead of just like, you know, I think that they should not wait to let it stack for JoJolion chapters, because I want to talk about JoJolion more, but people just don't read it, so it's like there's like less interest in it, you know? I wish that more people were up to date with JoJolion and talking about it, because I think that JoJolion is really good, and it's starting to become the best part, and I think it could be better than Steel Ball Run, depending on where it goes with everything. It's really good. Yeah, but the thing with JoJolion too, with that, and somebody's just now saying this, that they introduce cool stanza characters, but they disappear and don't reappear. The thing with that, Kai, is that JoJolion is also monthly. And when they take a break, when Araki has to take a break from writing JoJolion in the month, then that's a 2-month break before we get a new chapter. So usually with monthly series, the chapters are like really long. They're like 40, 50, 60 pages because he's not doing it every single week where it would just be like 20 pages and you would be good for the chapter. He's writing everything monthly, so he's mainly doing a lot of setup stuff. And the setup does make it take a while. It does drag. It can get slow at parts. Like there was a good portion of JoJo's last year where it was really slow, and I wasn't ever trashing on it and being like JoJo's is garbage or anything like that. But JoJo's got a little slow because they were just taking their time explaining things, and with it being monthly, you know, it just takes a little bit of time sometimes. But it was good. It was good, and it's been getting really good lately, and it's been great. My friend finished SBR. I said give it a week and start JoJo's. Take a break because he'll be too hyped after the ending. Yeah, I think that whenever you finish a JoJo part, unless you just really want to keep going, I think you should take like a break from like a couple days to just like absorb everything, think about everything that happened. You know, if you're confused on anything, you know, maybe if one of your friends is confused, you can look at them and be like, hey, go watch a guy's Kami's videos on something, or request him to make a video talking about something you don't get, or go to his Twitter, go to his Discord and talk to him, you know. That's my suggestion, by the way. Nobody has to do anything like that, but I think it's a suggestion that should be followed. It's pretty good. Okay. Final one. Oh my god, that caught me off guard. I forgot how loud that sound effect is. Ayla Masley with the sub. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I forgot how loud that sound effect is in the world. I should probably lower that. It threw me off. I'm not gonna lie. It threw me off. I was like in the middle of saying something and it just like kind of happened. Many is just a hater. I haven't talked to Medi about JoJo's like full in a while. Last time we talked about it, he was just like, some stuff is cool, but he wants them to do more. And I'm like, yeah, but they're doing more. So I think when we get to see more things, he'll like it a little more. When we finally get the final villain win it, it'll be really cool. Blue Hawaii arc was pretty painful. It was slow, and then it got really good after it finished. Urban Gorilla was not as good. I feel like when we started getting towards Urban Gorilla, though, that was where it picked up. You should change your notification to Sex Pistols cheering. We did it. I gotta get the audio clip for that. Maybe for like next stream I'll have that. So I just typed something in Japanese in the chat. Is this person Japanese? Hello. I don't speak Japanese, but that's cool. If that's actually like a Japanese viewer watching, wow. I like the ending of Part 6. Part 6 ending is really good. That's really good. Gwest is a bad waifu. Oh man, we're not gonna try and trigger Medi talking about JoJo and talking about this Vento Aureo episode. That's not what we're here to do, man. That's evil. That's evil. You can speak advanced Japanese. That's dope. I've been trying to learn Japanese for a while. And most of it has been me being too lazy to actually understand things. But I have a couple friends that speak Japanese and translate. And I've been learning. I've been picking up things here and there. And watching a lot of anime. You know, you hear words so often, you start to remember what some words are. And that's what that works. By the way, what did this guy say in the chat? I feel so bad. I don't know what this is. How to translate this. Everybody's typing in Japanese in the chat now. Oh my god. First seeing. Oh, is this your first time seeing the stream? Well, hello. Thank you. I appreciate that. Name one person who had a worse fate and ending than Weather Report. Emporio. There you go. Or Narancia. I'm not going to talk too much about Narancia because, again, I don't want to spoil anime onlys. And I feel like we've talked about a couple things that could be pretty spoiler-ish in this. Which, sorry, you just forget. But Narancia's, he's a tragic boy, man. Give him a hug. He deserves better. Mostly speak Japanese to translate my manga and to talk to other fan bases. I feel that. I feel that. I don't actually feel that because I don't speak Japanese. But that's why I wanted to learn to at least read Japanese, which is really hard. Was to like understand playing Japanese games a little bit better. But unfortunately I didn't. Because it's really hard. Feels bad for the anime only. Yeah. I don't want to body the anime only. It's too hard. Spoil anything. But I do technically put up a spoiler warning in every video for the most part. Does Part 6 get better? I'm at Hermes Kiss. Part 6 gets really good. It starts off slow, but I think that it's one of the best parts in JoJo. And I'm working on a video talking about that as we speak. Which will have a ton of spoilers. Because I'm just going over the whole entire part. So I don't want to spoil you right now on that too much because, you know, I want you to keep reading. But Patrick, when you do finish reading part 6, my video will probably be up by then. Then you can sit down and watch it. And if there's anything else like that that you might be, or whatever it is that you feel about part 6, you can talk about it there. Talk about it in the Discord, anything like that. Japanese and Arabic are the hardest languages to learn for American people. Arabic is really hard. In middle school, it was either Arabic or French, and we got to try out both for a week before picking which one, or rather, not even picking, but signing up to decide where the school wanted to put you, because my middle school was weird, and they were like, okay, so you write your name on here, and we're going to take ballots, and you're not actually going to have a say in this. We're just going to pick it. But you'll think that you have a say in this. And I got put into French, thankfully. Because French was really fun to learn. I don't remember too much French. And by remember, I mean, like, if you were to start speaking French in the chat, I might recognize a couple things here and there. Because it's similar to Italian and Spanish. So it's easier for me to associate with things like that. But Arabic was difficult. I don't remember anything from Arabic. It was also really, like, it was hard to learn the way they write. It was hard. It was difficult. Yeah, my first language was English. Like everybody in my chat that isn't aware, I'm Hispanic and black. And in my household, everybody speaks English and Spanish. And my parents, my mom and my dad always spoke a lot of Spanish and English to us. When we were younger, you know, we being me and my siblings, my older brother and my older sister. So we've all known English and Spanish since we were little kids. So Spanish and English are like my two first languages. Well, English is my first, Spanish is my second, whichever one I learned first. I learned both like at the same time. Yeah, the conversation just, it goes, man, it goes. We just talk about stuff in the chat. That's the fun thing about streaming. It's cool. You just get to interact. But that's why I like doing these interactive things and also getting your feedback while we're reviewing the episode, talking about everything going on. Bonjour, je m'appelle Jean-Pierre Polnareff. Oui, oui. Oui, ça va fort. Yeah. Craftwork's colors were ugly in the anime. I like the way it looks. It's going to pop up on screen. We can actually just pull up the screenshot with it. Where is the image? We're going to post. Where's Craftwork? Where's Craftwork? Here we go. I don't want him to take up the whole screen, but there we go. I don't even know if that's... Oh, wait. What am I doing? Okay, here we go. I almost clicked out before finishing it. I'm not even sure that that's, like, centered. But I don't know. I like the way Craftwork and Sal look. Look, his stand is green. It's got all the spikes and stuff on it. His teeth look cool. Real slim humanoid stand with the orange parts at the top. Matches Sal's hair. And the green being a contrast to Sal wearing purple is really nice. If I'm correct, Craftwork in the manga is orange and he's wearing white. I think that's what it is. Got a dip, Kami. Have a nice one. Alright, peace out, Adam Plore. I didn't see that a second ago. I was pulling up this picture. Salad Craftwork. It looks like salad fingers. How does King Crimson work? I have a video. I have 2 videos on that. You can go look at how King Crimson works. But I think that Craftwork looks really cool in the anime. And it's fine that you don't like the way he looks. That's completely fine. White in the manga with blue in the middle. Oh yeah, and he's wearing white too. Okay. Yeah, I like the way it looks. Green little plant looking man. Looks like salad fingers. Kai said, I'm half Japanese and half American. I'm glad my parents taught me Japanese first and English as the other way would have been an oof. Nice. Nice. He looks like a cactus. Have you listened to all the songs that are JoJo references? A good amount of them, yeah. Because a lot of the songs that are just like references that Araki goes for are just good music in general. And it's like stuff I've already heard just growing up, hearing a lot of different music. Every time I watch or read JoJo, most of the stands remind me of a mix of Duel Monsters, Pokemon, Persona, and Digimon. Yeah, some of them look really, really cool. Some of them look really weird. I'm gonna dip out as well. 2:45 a.m. right now. Oh, later, Max. Wait, does it mean you're somewhere in the further part of Europe? That's, wow, it is 2:46 p.m. Wait, so you're a whole 12 hours. Whoa. Yeah, you should go to bed. Good night, dude. This is really late for you. It's really early for me, though. It's only 2:46 p.m. For you, it's a.m. Damn. Asia. Okay, okay. All right, I was going to say, because I know Japan is 13 hours ahead from my time zone. And I only know this because of gacha games. Because whenever they update events, I have to pay attention to the time period. So if the update for a gacha event for my gacha game is at like 12 a.m. In Japan, it's like 11 p.m. here. That's why I keep track of that. That's how I learned that. Yeah, we are EST gang in this chat. We welcome everybody of all the time zones. Just understand that EST is indeed the canon time zone. And if you're anywhere else, then I'm sorry, but you're not canon. I don't make the rules. That's just how it is. Do I play Diamond Records? I was playing Diamond Records, and I have videos on the channel of me playing Diamond Records and going over it and stuff like that. And I put out guides and translations when it first came out because I wanted people to understand how to navigate the menus and stuff like that, and just put out like a really useful video that people could go to when things started off. But I stopped playing it after about like 3 or 4 months. I might get back into it eventually. Depends. If people wanted to see me play it, I would start playing it again. I play the One Piece gacha, which is One Piece Treasure Cruise. I play DBZ Dokkan Battle, which I have been into for a long time. I actually have old Dokkan videos on the channel. They're probably still up with me playing it a while ago. I wanted to experiment with that, but I never really continued, and I didn't keep going with it. Because it's hard to follow up on gacha games when you're making content, man. It's really hard. And the Yakuza gacha game just came out. I gotta start playing that. It came out a couple days ago. Yakuza Online, so I'll be playing that. Those are the gacha games I play. I used to play the Diamond Records gacha a lot. I was really into it, and then it kind of just like fell off from me. It was fun though. It was very fun. I did enjoy playing it and making content on it. Making content on it was hard. Because I was doing everything for the first time. Everything was in Japanese. There wasn't really a lot of resources to go to. Aside from like, I think a couple people on the Reddit were translating it. Some of the people that did like stuff for other gacha games were handling JoJo when it came out. But it was hard, but it was fun. I had a good time doing it. And I think Diamond Records has a good amount of Vento Aureo stuff in it now. And probably like stuff that has come out now because of the Vento Aureo anime. They've probably started adding in events. Gacha games are evil, dude. Loki, I don't blame you for hating gacha games. They're really hit or miss. Which, by the way, let's go back to the slideshow, have some variation. I just had Saddle and Craftwork on screen for a little bit. This screenshot is great. At times, he'd get his ass whooped. Just Mista in a fucking alleyway beat up. I'd be like that sometimes, though. Mista's tough, man. Mista's a tough guy. He's actually a tough guy. Mista was the last character to release. Nice. Gacha game kills wallets. Yeah. See, YouTube is, like, technically my job. I don't, like, full-time YouTube or anything. You know, like, I am partnered, but I'm not, like, doing, like, a million things all at once and, like, making like a crazy amount of money right now, you know, keeping it real with you guys, because it's just what it is. It's not like it's like something I'm not gonna fucking, you know, talk to my people about. I'm currently job hunting. So my thing with gacha games is I don't spend money on them ever, unless there's like a big sale and there's like something that oh, there's a big sale. Look at this man on screen. So unless there's a big sale and there's something that I'm very interested in, I don't talk about, or I don't spend money on gacha games. Unless there's big sales and stuff is like really dirt cheap. But a lot of people that play gacha games do spend a lot of money on the gacha. It's like you either get really lucky and you get what you want, or you don't. And again, it's the whole point of gacha is, you know, stuff like that. It's like you pull for your favorite characters and you get your favorite characters and stuff like that. And if you don't get them, then it's like, no, well, you try again, you spend a lot of money, try and pull them. We got somebody speaking Korean in the chat. Hello. I tried to translate that, and it came out to Mista Alco. So I'm assuming he's saying something about Mista. And again, I apologize. I speak English and Spanish. I don't speak Japanese or Korean. After all, I do not know English. I don't know if I can believe that. Nah, if you don't speak English, that's fine. I do appreciate you watching the stream anyways. By the way, nice Phoenix Wright avatar. Phoenix Wright is really cool. Who misses Sasuke Bucciolati? Yeah, Sasuke Bucciolati was in the games. Bucciolati's voice actor was Sasuke, and it was really good. But Bucciolati's voice is really good, though. Like, all the voice changes are still great. I like all of them. And Mystis is growing on me more. I got so used to Mystis' game voice. At first, it was a little weird. But I do like Mystis' voice a lot now in the anime. It's really good. It's really good. Wait, how did you guys feel about this episode, by the way? I know we've been talking about the episode, like, as things have been going on. But what did you guys think overall? Like, overall, I really thought the episode was great. Bucciolati's VA for the anime was Anasui's for the game. Anasui's voice actor is, who is that guy? Anasui, JoJo, voice actor. He does somebody else that I was looking at voices the other day, and I was like, oh, wait, that's a really big voice actor. We're going to look at this. Yuichi Nakamura. I know this guy's a big deal, but I'm trying to remember who he is. Okay, Hazama and Blaze Blue. Grey Fullbuster from Fairy Tail. Bucciolati in the anime now, yes, but there's somebody he did that was like a big deal to me. And in the Pokemon anime, that's pretty cool. Where is it? He voices somebody in a video game that I'm familiar with. Is it just Hazama? I think it's just Hazama. And then Anasui. He voices like a ton of people. There's one voice. Oh, that's what it was. It was Fei Long from Street Fighter. And he voices a character from Yakuza 6, this Korean guy named Han Joon-gi. He does a good job voicing him there. Episode was fantastic. There's a Dokkan player named Nola, and he spent 48k on Dokkan alone. And she whales like 6 or 7 other games. Oh, damn. She's got money then. That split bullet moment was great. Love it, and the ending was funny. Yeah, the ending is really funny. Sex Pistols, bye. Thank you for coming by, dude. I appreciate it. I miss Sasuke Bucciolati. Anime VA is great, though. The make or break it for me will be the Aries, though. Yeah, when we hear the Arrivederci, that'll be when it's great. That'll be when we can hear it. Judge it. Judge it for all of it. The Arrivederci is really good for the stand punch battle cry. Punch battle cries are always really great. I love that. We've been listening to the same song for so long, but it's so good. It's the Naples Station OST from Eyes of Heaven. I really like this song. I think it's really good. Really good stage music. It's just really chill, you know? It's really good. And yeah, hit or miss. I didn't realize I said that earlier in the chat. But things are just hit or miss, you know? It's either really good or it's not. And I think that everything with the JoJo anime has been really good. So they're doing a great job somewhere. Yeah, episode has been great. It was really good. This next episode next week is going to be great. Put it in Vaporwave version. I actually do have the Vaporwave version. Love playing Mista and Eyes of Heaven and hearing Sex Pistols every 3 seconds. Yeah, he always says Sexu Pistols when he shoots. That's great. That's really good hearing it in the anime too. He's like, number 5, number 3, Sexu Pistols. It's really nice. I like it. Can't wait to hear the King Crimson sound effect. That's going to be really good. Watch Polnareff had a Requiem stand in Stars Crusaders. OP. That's all I'm going to say. What is my favorite stand cry? I know it's basic, but I like Dio's Muda. Giorno's Muda is really good too. But I love Dio saying Muda, right, is really satisfying. But when he says it when he's punching with the world, there's just something about it, man. Like, it's so satisfying to hear. And it might just be the punch sound effects from the world too. Like when you hear him punching Jotaro a bunch of times and stuff, and you hear the Mudas, it sounds really good. I mute EOH most of the time because the girls just moan, or like Mista is just screaming Sex Pistols. Yeah, that's kind of how it is when you're playing like games with Japanese voices. Is like, especially fighting games, dude. Whenever I'm playing like fighting games, it's like a girl gets hit and it's just like a moan. It's weird. It's weird. Good thing we got better Mudas out of Giorno. I don't know. I like Dio's Muda like a lot. Giorno's Muda is really good, and also I think that the anime Muda is a little better than the game Muda. We haven't heard too many Mudas yet from Giorno. And when we get the 7-page Muda animated, that's gonna be when it's like, you know, that's gonna be the prime of it. That's gonna be the highlight of Giorno saying Muda. When that happens, that'll be great. But as of now, I still like Dio's more, but I've also heard Dio's Mudas longer than I've heard Giorno's. Sticky Fingers Arrivederci is really good too. Aura is classic. If we're talking about a favorite aura, it's either Jolene. Actually, no. My favorite aura is Jolene. I like the way that Jolene says it. Alright, see you later, Patrick. Thanks for stopping by. I just read the 7-page Mooseguyy yesterday. Least favorite main JoJo stand? Like, main group? As in, like, main characters, like the main cast? Out of every single part? Or, like, do you want me to do it part for part? If we do it part for part, it's a little easier. I can pick, like, part for part, like, my least favorite stands out of the groups. And it'll be a little easier than just doing in general. Because then I can think about the specific stand groups. If we're going part for part, let's see. Part 3, we have Magician's Red, Hierophant Green, Silver Chariot. We have Hermit Purple, Star Platinum. And we have, whatchamacallit? We have the Fool. Am I forgetting somebody? No, that's everybody. And the Fool. Okay, part 3. Oh, Noah's in the JoJo's. Okay, I thought you were talking about, like, groups. If we're talking about the JoJo's, honestly, Chief, I'm gonna go with Josuke. Now, that's not to say that Crazy Diamond is bad, or that I dislike Crazy Diamond, or that Crazy Diamond isn't as good as everybody else's stand. Because Crazy Diamond has really cool utility, and they do a lot of cool stuff with it. But when it comes to, like, stand utility and, like, versatility and differences and shit like that, and, like, diversity and how it's used in the part, I like the stuff that they do with Gold Experience and Stone Free, like, right after that. And I think Jolene has my favorite main JoJo stand when it comes to those aspects. Just talking about, like, diversity, the creativity with it. Like, Jolene turns herself into strings to print out Morse code. Like, that was so sick, you know? It was really cool. It was really cool. Star Platinum, I like a lot because it's just strong, and that's kind of just the point of it. And I like that because it's just something that's supposed to just be really cool and simple and to the point, and not have, like, any complicated gimmicks or anything aside from having time stop, which is just freezing time for a couple seconds. So I like it a lot. But yeah, I would have to say that Crazy Diamond is my least favorite, although Crazy Diamond's utility is really good. Crazy Diamond as a stand is really strong. It's very broken. It's one of the more broken stands in the whole series. And then if we're talking about the groups, as in all the characters, I'll say that for part 3, my least favorite stand is the Fool, because we only really see it twice. For part 4, my least favorite stand out of the main group is probably Yukako's stand. I'm forgetting the name of it right now. But, you know, it's just her hair being all long and stuff. Part 5, least favorite out of the group is Moody Blues. Just because everything else is just, like, combat-based and it's all really cool. But Moody Blues is still very good. Like I mentioned earlier, I think it's great. Part 6 is least favorite. Honestly, it might just be Foo Fighters. Because, like, she herself is the stand. As funny as it sounds. I do like Foo Fighters a lot. I think Foo Fighters is another underappreciated thing in the series. But Foo Fighters is probably my least favorite. And Part 7's stands, it's hard. It's hard to pick a least favorite out of the group. I'd say Cream Starter. Hot Pants' stand. I don't even remember if it's called Cream Starter. I'm a fraud. But if it's Cream Starter, then yeah. Love Deluxe. That's Yukako's stand. Yeah. That's really cool, though. Didn't it say somewhere in Part 6 that if Stone Ocean within, like, a meteor and it hits hard as a small meteor? Stone Ocean is very strong. That's a very strong stand. Favorite Part 4 character? Tied between Rohan and Koichi. Rohan is, like, the really obvious pick, because Rohan is just really damn good, and he's great, and he's really cool, and he has a really good stand and a really good design. But Koichi is also all of that. And Koichi is technically the main character. He's not the JoJo, of course, because Josuke is the JoJo, but we're hearing the story from, like, Koichi's perspective, which is why it's always going back to Koichi. Koichi's always talking to everybody. Everybody ties back to Koichi. And Koichi makes the connections between people. Koichi finds stuff out. He helps out a lot, you know, stuff with Kira and Everybody else, like, all that shit is happening, and Koichi's kind of just like the main perspective of it, like the focal point. So Koichi's probably my favorite Part 4 character. Koichi or Rohan, one of the two. They're both really good. Stone Free, not Stone Ocean. Yeah, it's just like Stone Ocean is a part, and then Stone Free is a stand. Find Koichi very annoying, especially in the sub. I like Koichi's voice. I think it's great. And that's another voice that's different from the video games, I'm pretty sure, but I think it's really good. It's a good voice. Really good voice. I like him. Koichi's a good character. Koichi in Part 5 is also really cool. It was so nice to have him for the first couple episodes. That was all we were going to see of him. And I appreciate that because Koichi would probably get killed in Vento Aureo, and I don't want anything bad happening to my boy. That would not be fun. Not be fun times at all. Be very tragic. Would not enjoy that at all. 11 out of 10 would quit reading JoJo if they just bodied Koichi effortlessly. Most of the JoJo's are amazing due to the supporting cast. Yeah. The supporting cast are all really good in all the JoJo parts. In my opinion. I know people will be like, oh, Part 6 supporting cast sucks. No, Part 6 supporting cast is good. They just didn't get as much screen time as they should have. And if they had more screen time throughout some parts of it, it would be good. But people also have to understand the circumstances of Part 6. Like, they're in jail. They're not always going to be in the same spot because they're in jail. They have, you know, different cells. Stuff happens. They get separated. It's like they're in jail, you know? It's not like they can just freely roam with each other. Rohan, and I know there are a lot of people that hate him, but he is a risk taker and an actual author who is scary. Yeah, Rohan is really good. Like, I know he's an obvious pick because everybody's like, oh, Rohan is so cool, but like, Rohan's actually really dope. He's really dope. He's a Rocky in manga form. I think the only episode in the dub where I disliked Dub Koichi was in the Akira episodes. First few episodes are pretty solid, and Yukako episodes are pretty good. I haven't heard Koichi's dub voice. I gotta listen to it. Favorite supporting cast. Our favorite supporting character is Weather Report. Weather Report is really good. He's one of my favorite characters on the whole series. I know a lot of people will be like, oh, big oof, because a lot of people also don't like Weather Report, but Weather Report is really cool to me. He sticks out. Rohan is an Iraqi self-insert. Yeah, he is. He's a shameless self-insert, and he's a really good self-insert. I do like Rohan a lot. He's cool. I know people are always like, what if Rohan was in all these other parts? Wouldn't he be amazing? And that's true, but people have to remember Rohan is a busy man. He's a mangaka. He has to draw his manga. He doesn't have time to get involved with every little conflict that happens around the planet with other stand users. He did his part. He helped out. He helped Raimi. He helped solve the mystery of Kira. They got rid of Kira. He did good enough. He didn't have to do anything else. Let me take a sip of some more Beepus. My throat is starting to be a little bodied. Because, you know, talking for a long amount of time is just, it happens. Same thing happens when I do podcasts. I always keep a drink with me, and I tend to take a drink when everybody else is speaking. Like if Medi and Zip are talking, Julian's talking, Caleb's talking, I just drink some water. That's the secret to recording and commentating for a long time, by the way. Just have some water on you. That's all you gotta do. It's really good. This episode, man. Talking about JoJo like this is so much fun. I haven't done it in a long time. In terms of just like sitting down and just talking to people about stuff. Because usually when I talk about JoJo, people get mad at me. For whatever reason. I guess because I am different in what I like. And you know, it's just like, I always form my own opinion with my own facts and like, you know, evidence to back everything up. And I guess not everybody likes that. Even though you would think that they would appreciate talking to me just because of the fact that I do think differently and I do go and pick my own things when it comes to the series, but people are weird. I can't change people. They do what they do. They like me or don't. I'm gonna talk about JoJo. JoJo's great. And this missed a screenshot, man. I don't know. It's funny. It's a little funny. Like, he's hurt. He got bodied. He's fucked up. But it's kind of funny. Well, he's just laying there. Trash bags. Black and blue face. It It looks funny. I don't know. Like, ouch. You know, they hurt my guy, but it's kind of funny. In a really weird way, though. Yeah, we've been streaming for about an hour and a half. I might end soon. Just to go eat some more. Go use the bathroom. Go get some stuff done. I do have stuff to do later today. It's 3 o'clock right now. So I think I'm going to wrap things up. Thank you to everybody for coming out to the first weekly stream. We're going to be doing this all the time now for Vento Aureo episodes, I think, depending on, you know, just all the feedback and stuff. Because I did do a community poll on YouTube that you guys can, like, go see and vote on now. That feature is pretty cool, by the way. I just recently got access to it. I would have been using it a long time ago if I had it sooner, but I do appreciate that now I can actually use it. It's a really cool thing. So I'll be having polls up there and stuff. You guys will be able to interact with it more because I think more people will notice it. You guys can follow me on Twitter at FreyKugel. Link is in the description. We have the Discord that's in the description also. You can join, talk there. We might watch the Vento Aureo episode later tonight in the Discord on like Rabbit or something. Depends on what time it is, and if people want to watch it, watch a couple episodes. I don't know. We'll sit down and do that, hop in the VC and stuff. It'll be fun. I'm still not sure on that, but you guys, again, can just join and, you know, talk to me there. This episode was great overall. Really fun conversation today. It's nice to just sit down and, you know, relax on a Friday evening, just talk about JoJo's. You know, the thing that we all like, the thing that I make content on, the thing that all of you guys watch, the thing that I watch, the thing we all read. You know, it's just nice and fun to sit back, relax, talk about the episode. And I kind of just like this format a little more for talking about the episodes because I feel like, again, interacting with you guys and actually discussing the episode while we do it is great. And I feel like, you know, people that don't catch the stream immediately and people that, you know, go back and watch the playback will get a lot of enjoyment out of, you know, the conversation and stuff like that. To just hear us talk about the episode, it'll be really cool. So thank you guys for watching. It was fun. New video will be up soon. The Stone Ocean video. Again, I've been working on it for a while. I'm going to try to have it out before Monday. So I'll try to finish it this weekend. Upload it by Sunday. If anything, it will be uploaded on Monday, and that'll be a fun video. I hope you guys enjoy that. I've been thinking about making that video for a long time, and I've been working on it for quite some time. So thank you guys for coming through. I really do appreciate it. Appreciate the people that subscribe and stuff like that. People that are new to the channel and stuff. You know, we're getting close to 8,000, which means that we're a step closer to 10K. I want to try and hit 10K for New Year's. That's my goal right now. So if you guys can help out supporting the stream, you know, supporting the channel, spreading things, retweeting videos and stuff like that, if you guys use Twitter, you know, sharing it with anybody, I really do appreciate it. Now I'm going to go eat Thanksgiving leftovers. By the way, happy Thanksgiving to anybody that's in America that celebrated Thanksgiving yesterday. If you're not in America and you're in some other part of the world and you didn't celebrate Thanksgiving because it's not what you guys do, then I hope you guys had a good day yesterday and a good day today. Enjoy the rest of the evening and stuff, and I'll see you guys next time.